Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to give you some cards that I am looking out for the upcoming set Mistveil. Kind of talk about just some things that I think are going to be good, some things I'm really interested to see if they add support to, and just have some fun with it. Please let me know down in the comments if I missed any cards that you're thinking about as well, but we'll get right into it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. If you're a long-standing supporter, thank you so much as always. Couple housekeeping notes. One, make sure you check out the Discord down below if you feel so inclined to. If you've been watching my content for a while and you want to support in a different way, also check out the channel membership down below. We have 16 members last month, which is insane. I'm going to be doing the giveaway tomorrow on the channel, talking about who won the McGinchy level and dojo, not dojo, but sensei level giveaways. Thank you so much for that. Y'all are amazing. And then finally, yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of Alpha Clash and Flesh and Blood content this month. February was an amazing month. Thank y'all so much. Hopefully March we can keep it going strong, and yeah, we'll get right into it. But I'm going to bring this up here. We have some cards that I think I'm on the lookout for to get support. Some I would love to get support, and then some I actually think won't get support. We're going to kind of talk about that here as we go along. There's a good amount of cards. So the first one is the Crane Dance line in general. So Soul Beat Strike into Crane Dance into technically Heron's Flight, and then also Fine Center, right, which is the big piece of the line. They talk about the House of Sanjin, which has, you know, the background of the Secret Art of the Eternal Crane, and we could see some type of Crane Dance support. And there's a couple reasons for this. One, the lore makes sense with what they're referencing or seem to be referencing in the announcement article. The second thing that I thought was interesting was, you know, if there is a blue illusionist ward-based hero like Amira, you know, the Fine Center line would be very, very good. It would allow them to potentially, you know, prevent little pings of damage that Amira could be doing or buffs Amira could be doing with the Fine Center line. Now, do I think it's a shoe-in to be supported? No, not necessarily, but I think out of all the combo lines, I think this one actually probably has the best chance of getting support. The Surging Strike line already got insane support. We've seen a lot of support for the Crouching Tiger line. Even the Torn and Tempo line got better support with Break Tide. I think that this one and Twin Twisters and Head Jab all got support. The one line that has not gotten support is the Crane Dance line, and I think that that is something you could be looking out for here in the upcoming Mistveil set. The next thing is the Crouching Tiger line. This is a bit of a hot take. I know they directly reference the tiger in the announcement article, but I don't think the Crouching Tiger line will be supported in this set. That's just my opinion. I actually think that if anything, we're going to get like a completely different archetype of ninja. I think it, and we'll talk about this in a second, I think it's going to be ninja and illusionist, so the locks for classes in the set. And I actually don't think assassin's going to be in it now that I've had time to, you know, ponder on it. And I'll talk about that in a second. I think the third hero is either going to be potentially a necromancer or a rune blade even, or something like that. I don't think it's going to be an assassin, but we'll talk about that in a second. But because of that, I just don't see Crouching Tiger getting support in this set. And I can't even give you a real reason why. It's just more of a feeling. They've already given it pretty decent support. I don't know if that's where they want Ninja to go, right? They don't want it to be this long, pingy, combo-y deck. I think they're wanting to bring in a new archetype for the class. That's just my personal opinion, and because of that, I don't think Crouching Tiger is going to get supported. I could be wrong, though, and if I am wrong, that's great. I hope that's like the best thing I could be is be wrong and get more Crouching Tiger support because I love the archetype. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Next one is Celestial Kimono. This one and the Diadem of Dream State kind of go in tandem. I think that these you could be on the lookout for. I think they're going to get some support. If Amira does come in as a blue illusionist-based, ward-based hero where she can like turn off ward or like manipulate ward in some way. Because if you read these cards, they don't make sense. Once per turn, when Celestial Kimono or non-token permanent you control with ward is destroyed, gain a resource. This thing dies the first time you're dealt damage, right? So, you know, if a hero has multiple instances of ward, they can choose to help prevent Kimono from... excuse me, I'm so sorry. Help Kimono from being destroyed. But I just... This This is a legendary. This is not even a legendary. It's like a full art Marvel that really isn't that good. It's really a really bad vestige, to be honest. And I want to see it be good. And I wonder if, this card might have just been made for the thematics, the gifts to Volcor, the gifts to Emperor. But if they do something with this and Diadem and Dream State, because you can see the vision with both of these cards, and I don't have Diadem up here, but I think that we could see potential support for these. Am I saying go in and buy the $160 Marvel or however much it was when it spiked? No. But this might be a good card to pick up in the coming weeks and months leading up to this set, especially as we get a little bit more information. The next couple cards are the most interesting ones for me, because when I see these cards have a chance of being really insane. But this is a Majestic Spectral Procession. When Spectral Procession's attack damage is equal, physical damage is equal to the number of spectral shields you control, it does have Phantasm, no go again. This is very interesting because the best thing here is you have 6 spectral shields in play or 4 or 5, and all of a sudden this is a red 5 for 3, but it's at Majestic, right? That's what makes this card so interesting to me. First off, the artwork, rites of passing. This has to be the rites of passing, and I think that this is going to showcase, as you can see, the necromancer-esque, which is why I think it's going to be a necromancer. I mean, look at the monsters in this. In this, I'm using monsters as a generic term. Look at the monsters in this artwork. On the left side, you have a floating eyeball, and on the right side, you have a demon that's obviously ephemeral, spirit, right? I'm really interested to see what happens here, because this card doesn't even seem take out the fact that it's Majestic. The card doesn't even seem good on face regardless. Has no go again. In order to make this card good, because it has Phantasm, think about Phantasmaclasm. It's a 3-cost 9. This is a 0 cost. So it's potentially at red could be on a good turn, a 0 for 6, but with no go again. But we have cards like Miraji Manmorph that are a 1 for 7, right? That are also 3 blocks. So what I'm trying to say is at Majestic, in order for this to get truly above rate, you have to control 9 or 10 spectral shields, right? There's got to be something to this card. Flavor is one thing, and I have seen cards in Flesh and Blood where it seemed to me from the outside looking in, they built them just for flavor and just for thematics. The newest KO card, really it's more of a thematic card for the other arm than anything. But this card, they put this out in Dynasty, an expansion set for Illusionists as a Majestic, right? Why? So I'm really interested to see how this goes. Hopefully they take Ord somewhere. Be really, really cool. Make this truly an above rate card where it's 0 for 6, 0 for 7 off a combo play. Maybe it doesn't have Phantasm some way, all that type of stuff, right? So really excited for this. It doesn't have go again though, which is the interesting thing. But there was a couple extra in the community box at my local game store. I picked up just a bunch of the cards from Dynasty, which is really funny. Really excited to see where this one kind of goes. Next one is Spectral Prowler. This card is so cool on face. It has Phantasm, which is kind of a downer, but when you play Spectral Prowler, if you control a Spectral Shield, it gains go again. So it's potentially a red. It's a 0 for 4 go again with Phantasm if you control 1 Spectral Shield. Even at blue, this wouldn't be bad, a blue Minaris, not blue Minaris, but a blue Illusionist-based build where it's 0 for 2 go again, but with Phantasm, it's kind of eh. If you can find a way to turn Phantasm off consistently, it might be better. But this is just an interesting card because it's 0 for 4, block 3, go again, that people don't want to pop. If you have Phantasmal Footsteps or something like that, right, it can be a little bit more interesting. But yeah, cards like this, on face, you're why is this a card type thing, right? Because it just doesn't make sense in the current card pool. But you can tell they're trying to go somewhere with Spectral Shields. And it was in an expansion set, again, when this came out. So it's there was a whole set of cards just devoted to Spectral Shields, right? Phantasmal Haze, Spectral Prowler, Spectral Procession. So I'm thinking that that's where it's finally going to get support, right? And I'm really curious to see kind of how that goes. Next one is Sergeant Ethertide. So Wizard is truly the wild card in this set. I don't think we're going to have a Wizard if you made me pick today. I think it's going to be Illusionist and it's going to be Ninja. And then I think our third one it's going to be Necromancer. That's kind of like my wild take, but I could see Surgent Ethertide. A lot of people are super excited because they saw this card and they've seen all the similarities between Dynasty. The hard thing with this card and with, like, as opposed to like Kimono and Diadem is Kimono and Diadem, yes, they were gifts to the Emperor, but they also put whole support out for like Spectral base, which is what Amira would probably be. And there's kind of like dots that you can connect there. This was just like a really cool gift to the Emperor. And I think people are drawing a little bit too many conclusions with this card, but I could be wrong, right? It is a Majestic staff though. I just don't think it's going to get much support. Next one, I put in just the Assassin card here. Is the one thing I think a lot of people, including myself at the start, were like, oh, we're getting a new Assassin. I will be very surprised if we get an Assassin. If we do, I don't think it's going to be related to Contract or Stealth. I think it might have elements of that in it. Maybe Stealth, I think, is more likely than Contract, but the lore doesn't line up 100% for Contract at all. Stealth kind of lines up with Uziri and with the clan around the Mistcloak Gully and stuff like that. So we could see some self-support maybe. But overall, I don't think... I'd be very surprised if we have Assassin support. That's just kind of like my hot take. If I'm wrong, again, I will happily be wrong and get more Assassin support. So I hope someone comes back to this video in 2 months and says, haha, you're wrong. I'd be like, haha, thanks for the cards. But no, I don't think we're going to have Assassin support. That's just my opinion. If we do, it's going to be stealth-based because just the lore lines up more that way. But next one is Tiger Eye Reflex. When they mention Crouching Tiger, when they mention we're hiding like a snake, like I think of this card, and I think Ambush, the Ambush mechanic specifically, is going to be the thing that's supported for Ninja the most, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I definitely would... maybe pick up 2 or 3 of these just to have them. They're really cheap right now. They only come in the Tulane Community College kit, but you can get them on TCG Player or wherever you do your shopping. And yeah, I think that this is a good thing to pick up. They're pennies on the dollar, and they're really nice to have. 0 for 3 block that creates a Crouching Tiger. Which, yes, I know I said they probably won't get Crouching Tiger support, but they might have something to do with playing ambush attacks. Because again, we had that one line in the announcement that said, we've been walking the path well-traveled. That either in my head either means Necromancer, which is the most likely thing, or it means something like, sneaking, ambush, stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's the cards that I think have most likely to be supported or not be supported. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. I'm really interested to hear what other people's takes are so far after people have had time to digest it. But yeah, if you like this type of content, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If not me, it's totally fine. Go to another creator, leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff, make someone else's day. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much.